So even though you may have seen recently, especially news articles and news highlights that there are all these disasters going on, okay? Just because the news highlights something doesn't mean that it is becoming a prominent situation across the world. The news tends to highlight things that will get a reaction of fear out of the viewers because fear is what keeps people anchored in. When people are scared, when people don't feel like they're in power of their own life, their own circumstances, then that's when they become needy. They need to consume more media because they need to address their fears. They need to validate their fears. They need to see what can they expect next. So they're not relying on their own inner being for guidance. They're relying on the media, on the news. And this is why you'll always see fear-based stories in the news. If you think for just a moment in the population in the world, the number of billions of people that are alive in the world today, and the trillions of different events that happen every single day, which ones of those do media outlets choose to highlight, magnify, and show to us? It's always some disaster, some random negative event that happened. So the media tends to take a couple of news stories and sensationalize them across all the channels, and they become like this entity of their own. They gain momentum, they gain visibility, they gain power over people that are watching. It sucks you in. And so this is a reason why I don't watch the news. And I'm not telling you that you shouldn't if it's something that you feel that is important to you. But for me personally, I don't watch the news because I know that the news portrays negative events. Flying disasters lately have been trending, and they have been all over all kinds of media, making people feel unsafe, making people feel even heightened fear. If they hadn't had one already, they definitely have one now. But just because that's happening now does not mean that that's the whole truth. It's not the whole story. So the media just takes like a flashlight and zooms in on exactly what it wants you to focus on and ignores everything else. And it makes things that happen seem like the norm, seem like the standard, when it's completely false. There are so many more positive things that happen every single day than there are negative ones, but those things are not talked about very much, not highlighted. They don't get the attention. So remember this when you see news stories, because here's the truth. Commercial aviation is the safest form of travel, way, way safer than driving in your car. And we are going to go through all of those statistics